All right, hey guys. All right, it's oh gosh, what is it? June 10th. We are at Pottawatomie State Fishing Lake number 1, which is just north of Westmoreland, Kansas, which is extremely close to where I grew up. It's pretty warm today. It's about 90. It's a beautiful day though. I wanted to give you a walkthrough of my rig and just kind of show you what I'm dealing with here and what I've got. All right. So to start off with, passenger seat or the driver's seat. So I use a solar. I got a little solar panel here, and then that's a trickle charger for the car battery. Dash cam. Everybody should have a dash cam. I've got a stand for my tablet, holder for my phone. Right back here, I've got carbon monoxide and smoke detector. My Bluetooth speaker. Everybody needs a Bluetooth speaker. This is my garage. So down here I've got all my tools: shovel, bow saw, hand saw, drill, extra batteries, tow strap, every kind of tool that I thought that I could use or would need is down there. I also keep this black bag here is my survival bag. That's my grab and go bag. It's got enough stuff in it to keep me alive for a couple days. This is my new Arcturus wool blanket. If you haven't gone wool, do it. It's fabulous. The jack down there. These are my screens for the other windows for privacy. These are actually my fishing pole holders. These were dollar acquisitions at the $1.25 acquisitions at the Dollar Tree. So my fishing poles fit right there. Right now they're right there because we're getting ready to go fishing. I'm out camping with my son today. Up top we've got my 100-watt Renogy panel. It's deployed to get the maximum wattage that I can get. Got my little outside light. I mounted a little 5-pound propane bottle on the back gate of the Jeep. That was a chore. I used an old 100-liter Walmart piece of junk backpack as my trasharoo, and it works pretty darn good. It works pretty good at that. I have a hexagon tarp that I normally put over my hammock, but it works pretty darn well for the back of my Jeep. So I deploy that. It's not symmetrical though, and being in engineering like I am, that's really bothersome. But you know, I can deal with it, I suppose. Got my chair from, of course, Orschland. If you've been following it all, you know that I love Orschland, and that chair, that is the throne of camping chairs. So as we step back into the back here, you can see my cooking area. There's my new Coleman stove that I just bought. I've got the adapter hose that comes up over the top from the propane tank. Fits perfectly into the regulator, so I don't have to use those 1-pound bottles. Those 1-pound bottles are annoying. You know, they don't last all that long. They're just a waste. Once they, you know, I hear people refill them, but it's kind of a safety issue, and just forget it. I'm not going to do that. So I just use my 5-pound, and it works very, very well. I've got 10 gallons of onboard water, 2 head packs. I've got my little collapsible sink, so I just turn down my spigot there, and away we go. I've got storage kind of back behind. Right now, the one that's back there, there's an extra water bottle. My shemagh is back there, and those window covers are back there. This is a handy little spice rack that I made out of a shower organizer. Works really, really well. So I keep my favorite spices in there. Got a little spot for my towel rack. I got my fillet knife. Hopefully we'll catch enough fish to fillet them. Tonight I'm doing something a little special. So I got these cooling blankets. My wife absolutely loves it. One side is very satiny smooth, and the other side's a little more like felt. One side keeps you cool, one side keeps you warm. So being as it's really warm today, I'm really hoping this works tonight. I do have a small fan, but let's face it, you know, here's my little fan I use with rechargeable D-cell batteries. But, you know, it's not great. But it'll work, you know. So I'm really hoping that blanket does really well. So as I pull up my pad here, and I just use 2 closed cell pads. One's actually a yoga mat. The other is a backpacking mat. I can lift this up and get in under the platform, and that's my cabinet. That's my pantry in there. Got food, extra fuel, a hatchet. There's an inflatable air pad under there. Just to the front of that, there is there's a tent, tripod for the campfire, just all kinds of stuff. That's also where I keep the hammock, which is currently deployed. My son is going to use the hammock. I've got my extra collapsible sink that I use to rinse the dishes. We'll step around here to the side. I've got my kayak carriers on top. We did not bring the kayak today, and I'm kind of regretting not bringing it. So here I've got, that's my electrical up there. So I've got a tire inflator, emergency hand crank radio. There's that little orange bag has a thermocell in it for mosquitoes. Right now you can see on my Jackery that I'm pulling a measly 15 watts. Oh, it's at 99%. It's probably backed down to protect the battery, so it's almost charged. Also down below I have my Noco battery charger. There's some flashlights in there, some lanterns. There's a bag with cables in it. In here, that's my sign my beautiful wife got me. I love it. In here, typically I keep canned goods and stuff in there. Right now it's just empty organizing bins. But I do have my new homesteading book that I love in there. Down here, I keep stuff like soap, mugs, dishes, utensils, my cast iron skillets back there, that kind of stuff. And underneath the pad, underneath the platform there, is where I keep my tents and everything. I've got a rug right here that I need to put out. A little rag rug that I use. Up here, the passenger seat. So all I do is I slide the passenger seat forward, tip the seat as far forward as it'll go, and then this here, this will fold out. This will fold out like that, and then I can lay my pad down, my paper towels, and oh, I gotta show you the great thing here. So I've got my little thing here. I can flip my lights on, you know, and I can make them strobe. I can make them flash. I can turn them on solid colors. It's pretty dang cool. I really dig it. First night I camped out, I didn't have any light in here except for my headlamp, and I kept losing my darn headlamp. So I definitely suggest one of these. This is just a little emergency hand crank radio off Amazon. Definitely suggest you get one of those. It's very nice to have on board. So you know, I'm a side sleeper, so I don't need a lot of space. I'm very tall, but being a side sleeper, you know, it's plenty of room. It's plenty of room for me. It's not a problem. All right, well, that's the whole tour. Oh, I guess this is really cool. So I found this on Amazon. Gotta unplug the... Sorry, guys. Gotta unplug the cord here real quick. So I could take this. This is my little stand thing that was holding my tablet. Well, if I take my little stand thing and I slide it in this little holder right here, and I twist the head, I can actually lay in bed and watch movies. And I've got a lot of movies on a variety of SD cards that I can slide in there, and I can watch all kinds of movies. Choose from a couple hundred right now. These little signs here, I wanted to point those out. My daughter made those. So Norman is my little dog. He's a Chihuahua Corgi. We call him a Chorgi. Stella, who you will probably see here in just a minute, is my Lab Pit Bull mix. And let's walk over here. Okay, the big guy's my brother. That's my son, Riley. No. That's my mom. No. And that is Stella. And she is at the lake for the first time. And swimming, swimming, swimming. Yes, she is all wet. All right. Well, freaks, that's about it. That's my setup. Oh, I did want to point this out. My sister-in-law got me this, and it stays right on my little cooking area. It says, "Go where no politicians are." Words to live by, my friends. Words to live by. All right. Well, that's kind of the whole setup there. All right. Well, you guys be good, and I'll talk at you later. Bye, freaks.